Kathy, you are the co-founder of Creative Visions, the foundation. You have a center now. You are a journalist, TV producer, movies. But now, and just this is where you come in, there's Sanctri.
Yeah.
And it's an app through Facebook.
Sanctri is basically an online memorial that allows someone to create that journal online. Pictures, videos, articles, notes, any feelings or thoughts that they have about someone they cared about.
And how did you get involved with Sanctri? How did this come about?
It's really funny. I run a foundation, and I'm perfectly happy doing what I'm doing. But I got a call from a lovely young man and said, we really want you to help us launch the space. And I said, no, thank you very much, I'm terribly busy. And they kept calling over and over again, and they flew out to LA, and I heard what they're trying to do. And I've never, ever been involved with anything except what I do. And I said, wow, why am I turning this down? Because we need this.
So when you go, just go to your Facebook account, and there's two different versions. You can go to the page which you can like, or you can click on the one that says app, just so there's no confusion.
You can do both.
And you can do, right, you can do both. And if you go to the page and like it, there's a little tab that says go to app. You really won't get lost. So I looked at Sanctri, and you can look at established sanctuaries. Yeah. So putting these together, how easy is it put together, and what do you do?
So it's very easy to put together, and I think that's partly what differentiates us from a lot of the other sites that are out there. It's easy, it's social. We encourage people to comment and share their thoughts and their feelings. Basically, you log in, and if you want to create one for yourself, there's a little thing that says create. You select Sanctri, you enter the date of birth, you can enter the date of death, some basic information. You can go through a life book, which basically takes a user through the stages of a person's life, from birth all the way through death, and it's all segmented. You can add photos, you can add images, videos, whatever you want, and basically point and click. It's really very simple.
A few things that I really liked when I went through, it could be as public or as private as you want it. So if this is something you want to do just for yourself, just for your family, only for your friends, you can invite people, block everyone out. This could be your sanctuary.
Only.
Yeah.
Or it could be an open forum. And you put a moved button.
I'm moved by. I'm
Emotionally
moved by that comment.
Emotionally moved.
Yeah, I just love. I wanted to say that you asked me why I'm involved. What wasn't obvious in the other sites to me was the transformation of grief into something that's powerful and positive. For me, when Dan was killed, I didn't want to stick around. I absolutely didn't. I did because I had a daughter who I had to live for. But the only way that I could get through this was to take the energy that I would have poured into that beautiful boy of mine who was 22 when he was killed and put it somewhere. And I know that people can plant a little window garden, or you can help the kid down the block, or whatever is going to give you a sense that you're involved in something that's living and growing. So on Sanctri, you can contribute money if you want to. You don't have to.
When they say contribute money, you're not contributing to
no.
Sanctri. You're doing it for charities.
You can select the charity too.
Right.
Yeah,
So
you can choose your own charity.
Right.
But in other words, you can say, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to actually contribute in memory of Dan.
Or someone else's.
Or somebody,
anyone.
anybody.
If you're moved by someone's Sanctri, you can
yeah.
donate to their cause.
Right.
Which is beautiful. Or you can say that you're going to do an act. Here's what I'm going to do in the memory of that person.
You can volunteer at a
You
soup
could light
kitchen.
a candle at a
Volunteer.
place of worship.
But it's so beautiful because you can make a statement. This is what I'm going to do, and every time I do it, I'm going to be thinking of Dan, you know?
I love the journey of life, the life book.
Right.
I thought that was so interesting because one of the things when my grandfather passed, I always would say is, I'm going to miss his stories. Yeah. He had these great stories from the wars and this and that. He was 90 when he passed, and there you can actually place those stories, but it's someplace that I can keep those memories that as I get older, maybe I would have forgotten.
And your cousins can post their memories,
Right.
and you create this whole rounded version.
Right. It's also, we said memorial site, but it's really more of a celebration of life. And think about it, 2 generations, 3 generations later, someone now has this whole story that they wouldn't have otherwise known.
Yeah.
It's there. It's preserved.
And it's also a great way to involve kids.
Yeah.
They can pick photos and put them in of their loved ones and different things, and it kind of gives them a place to grieve and a place to celebrate and a place to kind of remember. What about pets? Can you do pets on
What
here?
a brilliant idea. Of course you can do pets up there.
There's
We
no
talked about it.
restrictions. I mean,
no restrictions. In fact, our little Sammy, I think, yes, good idea.
So yes, we
should
could do
brownie.
All
I'm gonna. I'm starting to today. I think in all of this, it's creating the conversation around death and dying that people have so much difficulty with, and if we can bring it out of that space that is so scary for people and say, hey, because a lot of us don't know how to even deal with someone who's lost someone they love. And it's like, it's okay, this death is a part of life, and now we know it's life after life, as it were. So let's bring it out, let's cherish it, celebrate, commemorate, and transform.
I love it. So honor your pets as well. And you can always definitely check out Angel Catcher, I think is a great way to do this and actually have something physical that they can now hand off to their loved ones.
Yeah.
You'll have that information. So I think it's a great thing. Thank you guys so much for coming, and thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing
Thank you.
the celebration of life and Dan with us.
Thank you.